Hello guys, it's Marek here. Welcome to another episode of Photoshop Lightroom TV, your weekly podcast about anything Photoshop, Lightroom, photography and Adobe technologies as well. I hope you visit my blog. You find it at PhotoshopLightroomBridge.co.uk. And what I want to start with is something I've shared on the blog recently, the review of a wireless keyboard case for a tablet. This one is actually the one for the Samsung Galaxy Note 10.1. That's what it looks like. It's aluminium. Very nice, very well made. I'll just quickly show you what the keyboard looks like. Here you go. Oh, the other end. You can see the video I've recorded, the review of this keyboard on my blog, PhotoshopLightroomBridge.co.uk. You should see the link somewhere at the bottom of the screen. Or you can also find it on my YouTube channel. Just search for Marek Mularczyk. Okay, but what I want to talk about today is a tutorial in Lightroom. Recently, I've created an image, a triptych of images from my recent trip to Malta. And I'm going to show you how to recreate this triptych in Lightroom. Now, you could do it in Photoshop. You can do it in Lightroom as well. But I'm going to show you how much easier it is than Lightroom. So if you have access to Lightroom, you do it in Lightroom. It's a bit easier than in Photoshop because there's some presets and you can easily add images as well without opening them like in Photoshop. So in Lightroom, I've got these three images that I'm going to use. Okay, I'm going to jump into the print module. We're using print module even though we're not going to print it, because in print module you can also set the images to be exported as an image, like a JPEG. And that's what we're going to do here. In print module, like in other modules in Lightroom, you've got the templates on the left hand side. So you can start with some templates, and as you move the cursor over the templates, you get the preview on the top left corner of Lightroom interface in the preview section within the panel. Doesn't show the images, but at least shows you the preview. So if you look through it, you will find a triptych here at the bottom. And if I select the images and select all of them, I've got a triptych. However, the tricky bit here is the images are all square. Okay? You can reposition the images, but they're all square. I want to create a different kind of a triptych. I want to customize it. So what I would do here is, from the layout style in the top right corner, I'll choose custom package to create my own triptych. Now let me just delete these guys here, and let me just remove that. So I've got a blank page. First I'm going to make it horizontal instead of vertical, so I'll click page setup and I'll change it to landscape and I'll click OK. Now I'm ready to start creating images. On the right hand side, in the cells section, you can add cells. Now all the cells here are the most common sizes, dimensions. So 4x6, 5x7, 8x10. I'm going to customize it. So for now, I'll just click on any of these buttons to add a new cell. Okay, and I'm going to select the image and drag and drop it, just like that. Okay. Now I'm going to resize it. So we got this section here, adjust selected cell. We can change the width and the height. So I'm going to definitely make it higher. I did uncheck lock to photo aspect ratio, which would be checked by default. I'm going to make it higher, probably about maybe 4.5 inch. For the height, maybe about 3 inch. This looks about right. Now reposition it. You've got the grid behind, so you can see the grid for positioning. Okay, now we can create another one by duplicating the grid, the image, the cell, using the same keyboard shortcut as in Photoshop. Alt key on a keyboard. Just click and drag, create a new one. Here we go. And I'll just drop a different image. I'm actually going to drop this image here. Okay. Here we go. and I'll duplicate it again for one more image, and I'll drop this image here. Maybe increase this spacing between these guys. Here we go. And we've got 3 images. Also, you can right click on the image, and if your images are stacked, you can send them backwards and forwards. Very nice feature. I'm going to leave it. Now back to the right hand side. Now scrolling down, we can add the background color, so I'm going to keep it white, but you can choose any color you want. If you're wondering how to make it color because it's all black and white, here's what you need to do. You just take this slider and you drag it to the top. Here we go. Now we've got colors. I'm happy with white, so I'll click close. Now I add an identity plate because I want to have text at the bottom. I want to have my name here at the bottom. And with the identity plate checked, I'm going to click here in the bottom right corner and I'll edit the identity plate. And instead of the image, I'll use text for a change. And I'll just type the desired text. Here we go. I'll highlight it, make it a bit smaller. Myriad Pro is fine. I'll just click OK. And as a text, I can reposition it. You can scale it or change the opacity. I'm going to leave it, looks good. And finally, scrolling down, we can print to the printer. So I could send it straight to my printer. Or we can send it as a file. So I'm going to save it as a JPEG file. File resolution, I'll leave it 72 ppi because these images are 72 ppi for the video purposes. So it's all rendering faster. I'm not sharpening the images. No, they've already been sharpened. JPEG quality maximum, that's fine. For the color profile, sRGB, because these images are sRGB, so that's fine as well. And I'm just going to click print to file. I'll export it. I hope you enjoyed it. This was quite a bit longer tutorial than usual. That's why this was only going to be the only tutorial this week. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, any inquiries, if you want me to create a tutorial for you, just let me know. You can contact me through my Facebook page or my Google Plus page, or if you just go to my website marekmularczyk.com or saitraining.co.uk, you can just send me an email. So let me know if there's anything you want me to create for you. Remember to visit my blog, PhotoshopLightroomTV.co.uk. If you have any questions or if you're looking for solutions to something you're going through, have a look on Adobe Forums, a great source of information, forums.adobe.com. It's a separate forum for every Adobe application. So it's a separate forum for Photoshop and for Lightroom and for Bridge. That's where you quickly find the answers. You often find Adobe employees, Adobe instructors and experts like myself on the forums, or graphic designers, web designers and photographers. Alright, let's wrap it up. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. I'm Marek Mularczyk and I hope to see you next week.